the man who killed his father.
I am, God forgive me.
That my thousands welcome to you, and I run up with a brace of dog sacks for your food today. See, Peegan dog is no use at all, but these are the real rich sort. Hold out your hand, you'll see there is no lie, I'm telling you.
They're a good and weighty size.
And I run up with a head of butter, for to be a poor thing to have you in the scud dry, and you after going a great way since you did destroy your dad.
Thank you kindly.
And I run up with a little cut of cake, for you should have a thin stomach on you, and the land from walking that world.
And I brought you a little lame pullet, boiled and all she is, was crushed at the fall of night by the priest's car. Feel the fat of the breast, mister.
It's worse than surely.
Will you pinch it? Or is it your left hand too secret to use at all? It's a glass head! Well, I've never seen to this day a man with a looking glass held to his back. Them that kills their father is away, Lord Journey.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for your kindness today. And
Sarah Tansey and Honor Blake. What in glory has you here at this hour of the day?
It's a man who killed his father.
I know well it's the man. And I'm after putting them down for the races below. For racing and scratching and pitching and the Lord knows what.
Oh, that's right, we know, Quin. I'll bet my Dory he'll lick the world.
If you will, you'd have a right to have them fresh and nourished and not be nursing a feast. Are you fasting or fed, young fella?
Fasting, if you please.
You're the lot. Stir up now and get me some breakfast. Come here to me and tell me your story while Peegan's gone, instead of grinning your ears off there like the moon of May.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a long story. You'd be destroyed, isn't it?
Don't be letting on to be shy. Fine, gamey, treacherous lad and like it yourself. Was it in your house yonder that you cracked his skull?
It was not. We were digging spuds in his lonely, sloping, stony, devil's patch of a field.
You was asking him for money, or having talk about getting a wife that would drive him from his farm.
We did not. But there I was, digging and digging. You squinting idiot, says he. Let you go down now and tell the priest you're to marry to the widow Casey in a score of days.
Oh, and what kind was she?
Oh, walking terror from beyond the hills. And she a woman of 25 years of age, and 200 weights and 5 pounds in the weighing scales. And she a woman of noted disposition with the old and the young.
And what did he want to be driving you to wed with her?
He was letting on I was wanting to protect her from the harshness of the world, and him without a thought the whole while, except that he'd have her hope to live in and her gold to drink.
Well, there's worse maybe than a dry heart at night and a widowed woman in your glass at night. Did you hit him then?
I did not. She's too good for the likes of you, says he. Now let you go down, or I'll flatten you like a crawling beast that's passed under a drain. You'll not if I can help it, says I. Go on now, or I'll have the devil making garters of your limbs tonight. You'll not if I can help it, says I.
Oh, you were right, surely.
And with that, the sun rose up from beyond the hills, shining green in me face. May the Lord have mercy on your soul, says he, lifting a scythe. Or on your own, says I, lifting a lie.
Oh, that's a grand story.
He tells it lovely.
He give a drive with the scythe, but I give a left to the east. And then I turned round and went me back to the north, and riz up the lie, and left by the edge of it on the ridge of his skull. Laid him stretched out, and him cut from the nub to the gullet.
Well, you're a marvel.
Oh, God bless you. You're the Lord, surely.
I think the Lord God sent you this road to make a second husband to the widow Quin. And she with great yearning to be wedded, though I'll dread her here, lift him on her knee, Sarah Tansey.
Ah, don't be teasing him.
You're a hero, surely. I let you drink a sippy.
How? That's a great story. Oh.
With your arms linked like the olden dish lovers in the sailor's song.
Ah, yes.
western world. The pirates, preachers, potty makers with jobbing jockeys and parching peelers, and juries filling their stomachs, selling judgments of the English law.
Ah, that's a grand toast, Sarah Tansey. Now, Chrsity.
What is it you're wanting? An ounce of tobacco? Have you tuppence? I've forgotten my purse.
Then you best be getting it, not fooling us here. And what is it you're wanting, Widow Quin?
A penn'orth of starch.
And you without a white shifter shirt and your whole family since the drying of the blood? I've no starch for the like of you. Let you walk on now to Killamnock.
Well, you're mighty huffy this day, Peggy Mike. And you, young fella, let you not be forgetting the sports and the racing when the noon is by.
Blink out that rubbish. And put them cups away. And hang that glass back on the wall. What disturbed it at all?
I was making myself decent only. It is a fine country for lovely young girls.
Wish you're talking to girls.
Wouldn't any wish to be decent?
Wish them saying.
It's a lie the like of that I did kill me father.
You've told me that story 6 times from the dawn of day.
Well, isn't it a queer thing you wouldn't want to be hearing it? And them girls after walking 4 miles for to hear me now?
4 miles?
Didn't himself say there was only 4 bona fides in the place?
Aye, as bona fides by the road they are. That lot came over the river left on the stones. It's not 3 perches when you go like that. And I was down this morning looking on the papers the postboy does have in his bag. But there was great news this day, Old Mahon.
News of a murder?
Murder indeed.
A murder that?
There was a not. But the story filled half the page of the hanging of a man. That should be a fearful end, young fellow. And then worst of all for a man who did destroy his dad. The like of him would get small mercies. When it's dead he is, they put him in a narrow grave, wrapped round in cheap sacking, and throw down quicklime on his head the way you see women pour any fresh from a cup.
Well, are you thinking I'm safe? You were saying it this following night. I was safe in this place and I here with yourselves.
Who knows, God help you?
Well, are you thinking they'd tell?
Who knows, and you should have jeopardy no place if you go talking with a pack of wild girls. The like of them to be walking abroad with the peelers, talking whispers at the fall of night.
Well, what joy would they have seeing me hanged?
There's queer joys that have, and who knows the things that do. But make the greenstones cry itself to think of you, swaying and swiggling at the butt of a rope. And you with a fine stout neck, God bless you. The way you be a half an hour in great anguish getting your death.
Well, if there's that terror in them, I'd be best maybe going wandering like Cain and Abel or on the side of Neffin or the Eris Plains.
Oh, well, maybe. The circuit judges this place is a heartless crew.
It's more than the judges, this place is a heartless crew. And what am I to be doing with myself? Am I looking on the women and the girls of the world the way the poor damned saints look upon the Lord?
Isn't there the young girls coming to walk and keep you company in their thousands now?
You know what call I have to be lonesome. You know what's a poor thing to go passing by small towns with the light shining sideways in the deadness of the night. Or going down into strange places where you'd have a dog nosing before you and a dog nosing behind. Or been drawn to the cities where you'd hear voices talking sweet love and kisses in every shadow of every ditch. And you, walking on, with your hungry, empty stomach failing from your heart.
Thinking you're an odd man, Old Mahon. The oddest walking fellow ever set eyes on to this hour today.
What would any man be but odd? And he living lonesome in the world.
I'm not odd, and I'm my whole life with my father only.
How could a lovely, handsome girl the like of you be lonesome? When at all times men should be thronging to hear the sweetness of your voice. Or the wee infant children, maybe, would be pestering your footsteps and you walking the road.
I've heard such no way of coaxing fellow the like of you would be lonesome either.
coaxing.
Aye. Would you have me think a man never talked to the girls that have the words you've spoken today? You're only letting on to be lonesome the way to get around me now.
Oh, I wish to God I was letting on. But I'm all times lonesome. And born lonesome, I'm thinking, is the moon at dawn.
It's a story I'm not understanding at all. Why you be worse than another? And you with a great savagery to destroy your da?
It's little I'm understanding myself. Saving only my heart is scalded this day. And I walking out, stretching out the earth between us. The way I won't be waking near you another dawn of the year. Till we arise up in hope or judgment maybe in the eyes of the Lord. No, I best be going, with me wattle in my hand. For hanging is a poor thing. And it's little welcome only has left me in this place today.
Chrsity! Come here to me. You're Popeye in this place, so I'll not have you mid-shot from us now.
You were saying I'd be hanged if I stayed.
I'm after going down and reading the fearful crimes of Ireland for 2 weeks or 3. There's no word of your murder. I've likely not found the body. You're safe so with ourselves.
It was making game of me, you were. And so I could stay here and work by your side. And never be lonesome from this mortal day.
What's to hinder you from sitting, save a widow woman or a pack of young girls who inveigle you off?
Well, that sweet voice of yours, at all times filling me ears. And seeing that look has come upon your face, at all times meeting my 2 eyeballs. And I, watching you loafing around in the warm sun, or rinsing your ankles when the night has come.
I'm thinking you'd be a loyal lad to have working around. And if you vexed me a while since with your leaguing with the girls, I wouldn't give a thrawneen for a lad who didn't have a mighty spirit and a gamey heart.
Oh, jeez. I was passing below there. Seen your mighty sheep eating cabbages up in Philly's field. You best run up or they'll be bursting surely.
Oh, God, mend them.
I best go to Ader, baby. I'm good with the oats.
Actually, you can do that much. I there's Shawn in his long speeches for to tell you now.
See that, mister?
It's a half a ticket to the Western States.
I'll give it to you. And my new hat. And my coat, which is the best shearings for 3 miles round. And my breeches with the double seat. I'll give you the whole of them. And my blessing. And the blessing of Father Riley itself. Maybe. If you'll quit from this. And leave us in the peace we had till last night at the fall of dark.
And for what would you be wanting shut me?
I'm a poor scholar, with middling faculties to coin a lie. So I should tell you the truth, Christy man. I'm wedded with Peegan beyond, and I don't think well of having a clever, fearless man the like of you dwelling in our house.
And you be using bribery for the banishment?
Let you not think badly of it, Mr. Honey. Sure isn't beyond the best place for you will have golden chains and shiny coats and you riding upon horseback with the ladies of the land.
That's true for him. You best quit off from here and not be getting that girl's mind on you. But there's Shawn doesn't think she'd suit you at all. The all else does think she'd wed you.
She wouldn't suit you. She wouldn't. Oh, she with the devil's own temper the way you'd be strangling one another within a score of days. It's the like of only me that she's fit for. A quiet, simple fella. Wouldn't raise a hand upon her if she scratched itself.
I should fit them clothes on you anyhow, young fella. Maybe loan them to you for the sport. Fit them on and give your answer when you have them tried.
Well then, I'd like herself to see me in the hat and tweed.
He'd like herself to see him in them. Oh, he'll not leave us widow Quin. He's a score of devils in him the way it's well nigh certain he'll wed Peegan.
As through all girls are fond of courage. They do hate the likes of you.
Oh, widow Quin, what'll I be doing with myself now? I'd inform again, but he'd burst from Kilmainham and be sure and certain to come and destroy me. Oh, if I wasn't so God-fearing, I'd near have the courage to run up behind him and run a pike into his side. Oh, it's a hard thing to be an orphan. The not of your father that you're used to, and you'd easy kill and make yourself a hero in the sight of all. Oh, widow Quin, will you find me some contrivance when I've promised you a ewe?
Well, a hugh's a small thing. What would you give me if I were to wed him and did save you so?
You?
I? Would you give me the red cow you have, and the mountain you ran, and the right away across your right path, and a load of dung at Michaelmas, and Tarbury upon the western hill?
I would surely. I'd give you the golden ring I have, and the loan of a new suit, the way I'd have them decent for your wedding day. I'd give you 2 kids for your dinner, and a gown up a chain. Oh, and I'd call the piper from the long ferry from Crossmilling, a wharf from Ballina. I'd give you everything.
Ah, that'll do so. Let you rest. We're coming now again. Oh, well, if you've seen yourself, now I'm thinking you'd be too proud to be speaking to us at all. Oh, and it would be a pity to see your like sailing from Mayo to the western world.
I'm not going.
Oh.
If this is a humble place, I'd be content to make myself lodging here.
Well, I'm going measuring the racecourse while the tide is low, so I shall leave you the garments and my blessing for the sports day. God bless you.
Oh, you're a mighty spruce young fella. Now, sit down when you're quiet and talk with me.
I'll not. I'll go beyond for to seek the E.
You've had the pleasure of seeking Peegan. And didn't you hear me telling you last night how you and I should make for great company?
I'll have no want for company when all is bringing me their food and clothing. The way they do love a gallant orphan, cleft his father with a single blow to his breeches belt. Saints of glory! Holy angels from the throne of light!
What ails you?
It's the walking spirit to me murdered da!
Is it that trapper?
Where'd I hide myself from in there?
God save you, my poor man.
Did you see a young lad pass this way in the early morning of the fallen night?
Well, you're a queer one to be walking in and not saluting at all.
Did you see the young lad?
What kind was he?
Oh, an ugly young streeler with a murderous gob on him and a little switch in his hand. I seen a tramper coming this way. Seen him at the fallen night.
As Harris Saunders be passing this way for the Sligo boat. And for what would you be wanting him, my poor man?
I want to destroy him for breaking the head on me with the clout of a lawyer. Because he did that. And I'll tell you a great wonder to think I've traced him 10 days with that rent in me crown.
It's a great blow. And who did it? Was it a robber, maybe?
It was my own son did it, and he, the devil a robber, or anything else but a dirty, stuttering lout.
You best be wary with a mortified scalp, I think they call it. And you leoping around with that wound in you in the splendour of the sun. It's a mighty blow, surely. But you must have vexed him fearful to make him make that gash in his da.
Is it me?
Aye. Isn't it a shame the way the old and the hard and do spoil the men?
Spoil the men, is it?
That's a sacred wonder the way wickedness will spoil you.
My wickedness, is it? Am I after saying it's himself has me destroyed, and he, a liar on walls and a talker of folly, a man you'd see stretched the half the day in the brown ferns, his belly to the sun.
What? Not working at all?
That's the devil at work. Or if he did it himself, you'd see him raising up a haystack like the stalk of a rush, or driving out our last cow till he broke her leg at the hip. And if he wasn't at that, he'd be playing with little birds he had, finches and fence, or making mugs of his own self in a bit of glass we had hung on the wall.
And what was it making him so foolish? That was running wild after the girls.
Running wild, is it? If he seen a red petticoat come swinging over the hill, he'd be off to hide in the sticks. You'd see him shooting out his sheep's eyes from behind the twigs and the little bees, or shooting up his ears like a hare looking through a gap. Ha! Guards, it did.
Then it was the drink, maybe.
And here, poor fellow gets up on the smell of a pipe. He'd a queer rotten stomach, I'm telling you. And I give him a pull of my pipe 3 times. he took contortions, and we had to send him on the ass card to the female's nurse.
Oh, I've never till this day heard tell of a man the like of that.
I take a mighty oath you didn't, surely. And he, the laughing joke of every female woman where 4 baronies meet, the way the girls would stop their weeding if they seen him come on the road, and let her roar at him and call him the Looney of Mahons.
Oh, I give the world and all to meet a man like that. What kind was he?
Ah, small, low fellow.
And dark.
Dark and dirty.
I'm thinking I've seen him.
An ugly young blackguard.
A hideous, fearful villain. And the spit of you.
What way has he fled?
He's gone over the hill to catch a coastal steamer to the north or south.
Could I pull him up now?
If he crossed the sands below with the tides out, he'll come on it as soon as himself, for he's 10 miles to go over the top of the bay. Strike down to the head yonder, and you'll be in it as soon as himself. And let you give him good vengeance when you come upon him. But don't put yourself in the power of the law, for it would be a poor thing to hear a judge with his black cap reading out a sentence on a civil warrior the like of you. And there's the walking Playboy of the Western world. And that's the poor man you divided to his breeches belt.
What will Peegan say when she hears that story? What will she be saying to me now?
Shut up the head of you, I'm thinking, and driving from the door. That poor girl taking you for a wonder. And you a little schemer telling tore stories about how you destroyed your dad.
To be letting on he was dead, and then to ride up to his life again, and then to come chasing after me, like a weasel chasing a rat, and laying desolation on between myself and the good women of Ireland, and him the kind of carcass you would just fling upon the sea.
Oh, that's fine talk for a man's one only son.
His only son, is it? Oh, may I watch him, and him with one tooth in it aching, and one eye blinded so he can see the civil and civil devils on the highway of the road, or with one wooden limb on him so he can go limping into a scalding grave. Look, there he is now, crossing the sands. Would that God would just send a high wave for to wash him to the world.
Have you no shame? What ails you? Near crying, is it?
And I after seeing the love light and the stars of knowledge shining from her brow, and words that would have you thinking of the Holy Bridget talking to the little infant saints. And now she'll be turning on me and talking hard words to me, like an old woman with a spab in the ass she'll have, urging on a hill.
That's poetry talk for a girl you'd see itching and scratching, and her with a steel stink of pot chain on her from selling in the shop.
It's her like is fitted, handling the merchandise in the heavens above. And what am I to be doing with myself now, when I kind of wonder that's jilted by the world?
Yeah, well, you do like myself, I'm thinking, when I did destroy my man. For I'm abroad often, and at odd times, I'm above, and it's in the sunshine, darning a stocking or stitching a shift. And then at odd times again, I'm looking out over the schooners and the trawlers, sailing the seas, and thinking of the gallant, hairy fellas that's drifted beyond. And myself, these long years living alone.
You're the like of me, is it?
I am, you're like. And as for that, I've taken a fancy to you. I with my little house above, where there be myself to tend to you, and not a one to ask whether you're a murderer or what at all.
What will I be doing the whole life without Peegan?
I've nice jobs you could be doing. Gathering shells to make a white horse wash for our house within. Building a little goose house. Stretching a new skin over an old curragh I have. And if my house is a bit far from the others, it's there you'll meet the wisest old men, I'm telling you, by the corner of my gate. And it's there yourself and me will have great times, whispering and hugging.
Chrsity Mahon, Chrsity.
Is it Peegan?
It's the young girls, I'm thinking, coming to take you to the sports below. And what would you have me telling them now?
Aid for me to win Peegan, for it's her I'm seeking only. Aid for me to win her, and I'll ask God to stretch out a hand to you at the hour of death, and take you a shortcut through the meadows of ease.
There's praying.
Chrsity Mahon.
Will you aid and save me for the love of Christ?
I aid you. Will you give me the right of way across the path I'm looking? And a mountain ran. And a load of dung across Michaelmas, if you're to be with master here.
I do. By the elements the stars are gone.
All right, we'll tell nothing about the old fella then, and that way Peggy will know nothing about it till the end of time.
And if he chances to return again?
Ach, we'll swear he's a maniac, and not your dad at all. I take an oath I heard him raving on the sands today.
Come on to the sports below. The Jean says you're to come.
The lapping's beginning and we've got a jockey set to fit up on you for the moonlight's down at the signs.
And is Peegan beyond?
Ah, she's in a boring making game of Shawn Keogh.
We'd best be going then. Come on.
If the worst comes at the end of all, it'll be great gain to see that there's none to pity him, but a widow woman the like of me has buried her children and destroyed her man.